To say I'm pissed off would be an understatement. This old boy is storming.
So basically, YouTube did it today. They put my Digimon World Series retrospective video on limited ads. The video I started this channel with and put hundreds of hours of work into while also making sure it was perfectly ad safe. They had absolutely no problem with this video when I posted it, but now that the video is starting to do well in the algorithm, they decided to kneecap it. To say this is disheartening would be the understatement of the year, because getting this news has honestly destroyed me. It's made me feel like all the hard work I've put into this channel since I've started it is completely pointless. And I know this is just going to only be the beginning of them clamping down on this whole channel and stopping my growth. I know this is going to happen for sure because this has happened to me before. It's actually the reason I started this channel to begin with, as a clean break from my old channel that had been nuked beyond recognition. Let's flashback a bit. I started doing YouTube on my old channel under the name Jake McCauley in December of 2017 with a video on Gladius that I just recently redid on this new channel. And I went on doing these bad videos in this style for quite a while until I stumbled upon doing Pokemon content with Weedle challenge videos. After doing a couple of these videos on my channel, it absolutely blew up and got up to 10k subs in about a week or so. And this is when YouTube started to demonetize all my videos and put them on limited ads, destroying any growth potential or future for that channel. But in this instance, they were actually kind of right to do this, because in my videos at the time I swore like a sailor and made edgy jokes. And this is mainly because I made videos back then like no one was ever going to see them. I thought there was no chance of me ever getting any form of success. So I just kind of did what I wanted and didn't really think too hard about what I was saying or what I was doing in the videos. So imagine old me's shock when the channel started actually taking off and it was full of these not safe for advertiser videos. After a while, the new subs stopped coming in and most of my videos were getting age restricted and put on limited ads. I kept going for a while thinking that if I cleaned up my act, YouTube would stop dragging me down, but it didn't work. And eventually I came to the conclusion that if I ever wanted to try and make YouTube my job one day, I needed to start over no matter how hard it would be. Which is why I started making videos on this channel to begin with. It was meant to be a fresh start to get away from all the demonetization. I thought that I could take the lessons I learned from my old channel and not make the same mistakes over again. And I thought I had done this by cutting out the swearing completely from my videos, bar one or two in clips that I might use. Which I remind you alone is not enough to doom a video to limited ads by YouTube's guidelines that they don't even themselves follow. And I also tried to keep the humour as not edgy as I could. Sure, there's going to be a bit, but I can't really make that dry plastic nonsense that YouTube clearly wants. Maybe I should just get a camera and start making the most dry, lazily edited content I can so Big Daddy YouTube will like me. So yeah, this is why this is such a big deal to me. I've had this happen to me before and I'm seeing it happen all over again. YouTube has destroyed my dreams with a hammer and they're doing it again, except last time it was kind of justified, and this time it's completely nonsensical.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Seeing that notification pop up was like a dagger through my heart. I was actually working on the next video, an hour or so long retrospective on Time Splitters. And I don't even know if I can bring myself to finish that video, because surely now they're just going to kneecap this whole channel. I'll put all this effort into what I know is going to be a banger, only for them to kill it dead on arrival. I love making videos, I really do. Sometimes I feel like it's the only thing that's keeping me going. It's my only creative outlet. But YouTube damn sure wants to make this platform an awful place to make content on for its creators. They can just take away your earnings and hard work with a click of a mouse with no thought on how destructive this will be for someone. The funniest thing of all is that they don't even have to tell you what about your video caused them to demonetize it. I think it's just the inconsistency that pisses everyone off, and it's not just me who's been hit with this stick. It's happening constantly to people who have obviously not broken their dumb and creatively constrictive rules. For example, not too long ago, the great YouTuber Summoning Salt had a video age restricted and put on limited ads like mine for basically no reason. Summoning Salt makes videos on speedrunning history and it's the most ad-friendly content you could think of. But they still felt the need to put months of his work down the toilet for practically no reason. And his situation is much more dire than mine because he actually uses his YouTube money to live off. The best thing he could think of was there was one swear word in an over hour-long video, and he gave examples of videos that were fully monetized with loads of swearing in. I could give you countless examples of videos that are far more explicit than mine that are still up and fully monetized. I mean, for God's sake, there's whole channels dedicated to murderers and serial killers that are fully fine for advertisers apparently. But my little video about Digimon is just far beyond the pale apparently. It is complete and utter nonsense. It's the inconsistency of these rules that drives me and other creators absolutely bonkers. I mean, for example, Kedikarus, who I love by the way, has a video about disgusting and gross video game ads that is still up and fine. But my video is limited into buggery. My video should be fine, and so should his. It's not a just system. I know it might seem silly to get worked up over this happening to me, but I put my heart and soul into my videos. There's nothing I want to do more than create videos that entertain people for a living, and it's soul destroying that YouTube keeps doing this to me. It makes me just want to give up. What's the point of me putting in all this effort if they're just going to limit my videos and stop people from seeing my content? I've been at this trade for 7 years now, and I just want to throw my hands up and go, I've had enough. But I'm not letting them do this to me again. I have rewatched my video again and there's absolutely nothing advertiser unfriendly in the video apart from maybe 1 or 2 swears and clips I used, which I will remind you does not break TOS. I have appealed it and they rejected it basically instantly, so there's nothing I can do to fight this. Instead of being excited to release my next video, I'm dreading what they might do to it to nullify all my work. But I won't let them beat me. I will finish this video and I will keep going and I will make this channel a success. Now that I'm over the depression and anger of this whole situation, it's just lit a fire under me to overcome their absolute nonsense. This channel and making content on it means the world to me and gives me a reason to continue on. Sure, the damage might already be done, but I've got to try and work through this again, and this time, I will win. They might pull the same trick on my next video, but I've just got to sit on eggshells and hope my benevolent rulers don't smite me down again. It's stuff like this that deters new rising content creators, and if you see this video, please do me a favour and share this about. Because I'm just a small creator and I can't exactly fight this on my own, I need help so they don't keep doing stuff like this without repercussions. It's been shown that YouTube only listens to creators if they can kick up a stink about it, so maybe I can turn this around. I was so close to just throwing my arms up after this happened and saying I quit, because I'm not exactly going through the best of times in my personal life at the moment. But I will keep going, even though I'm beyond done with them doing this. Mainly to spite them at this point.
Never give up, never surrender.
But anyway, I think that's all I have to say on the matter. This is absolute nonsense, but I gotta pick myself up and carry on. If you have anything nice to say in the comments, it would be greatly appreciated. I could do with some positive feedback right now. And if you're so inclined, check out my Patreon because there's no telling how far the demonetization will go. Anyway, I've been a goblin, and I'm absolutely livid about this. Thank you for letting me vent.